Hi folks, this is Ben here with Pierre Driving School, early morning. Now what time it is now? 6:09. Okay, already our first lesson today is at 7 a.m. First lesson today. Here at Pierre Driving School, like I said, we cover lesson as early as 6 a.m. and as late as 11 p.m. All right, so I want to address a few questions that have been coming in, and also as you guys watching this, if you want me to answer any question, I will be able to do that with no issue at all right? Because a lot of students been asking, why is it so difficult for them to pass the road test here in New York City, especially in Brooklyn, if you will? Because many people found that it's difficult to pass the road test here in Brooklyn. Now, answer to this is not really difficult, folks. I've said it, I say it, and I will say it again on numerous occasions. It's not really difficult to pass your road test here in Brooklyn. What is difficult to do is to do the thing that they were asking for you guys to do, all right? So this is where Pierre Driving School coming in. This is where we shine, all right? Because we understand that driving is not enough for you to pass your road test here in New York City. However, we make sure not only that we're showing you how to drive, and we're also showing you how to pass the test, and we're giving you the thing they offer you, the thing that are expecting, and it's out there to anybody, the thing that are expected for you to pass the test. Those are the things that you need to understand. The minute you understand that, then it changes. Early in the morning. I don't want to drive with my light on. The minute you understand that, then it changes everything, all right? So I do understand this kind of stressful when you go for your test. I get it, completely get it, because you have somebody that's sitting next to you that judging your driving or whatnot, and you do not know how the result going to be. However, that's not a strong enough reason for you not to perform, for you not to show things that you've learned, right? So you don't spend time and money and effort, and sometimes a job is on the line for you to get, but the only thing that's stopping you is the road test. We've seen this in numerous occasions. Students come to us, they're ready to pass the road test, however, but since they're ready to get a new job, however, promotion at their job, but since they don't have their driver license, that prevent them from getting the position. You see where I'm going with this? So it really makes sense for you to go ahead and do what you have to do and pass your test, all right? So also, there is no line about it. Driving, the way you're gonna get the lesson down packed, believe it or not, the skill down packed, believe it or not, one way or another is by doing it. There's no around it. People think that they can just like do 2 lessons or 3 lessons, going to take the road test and pass. It's not happening, Maybe yes, if you do 10,000 lessons with families and friends, because remember, when you're doing lessons with families and friends, they really don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry to say that, but it's reality, you know what I mean? Because you go to school, because you have your driver license, doesn't mean that you're an instructor. If that was the case, then the MV will not put that much requirement for a person to become an instructor here in New York City. You know what I'm saying? So that I've always wanted to share. It's always good if you cannot afford, or it's not that convenient for you to do lesson at the driving school. However, to do lesson with families and friends in addition to the lesson you're doing with the driving school. In what way? So let's say you finish learning stuff with us here at the driving school, you can go to families and friends and continue to practice what you've learned here. But not right out of the gate, you go ahead and from families and friends take the road test and pass. Yes, you will pass, but it takes you so many road tests until you finally pass by luck. You know what I mean? Why is that? Because it's not guessing. If it's thing that they're looking for, there's no guessing. Either you deliver that or you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what making it different. If it was guessing, yeah, she could have been taking tests. Maybe one time you would have passed it after taking so many. But if it's not guessing, there's something that to look for, once you do it long enough, if you deliver that, maybe you will pass. You know what I'm saying? So at Pierre Driving School here, we specialize in nervous students, because we understand that you're going to be nervous at the beginning. Whether you're a driver or whatnot, when you're going to go take the road test, you're going to be nervous. We specialize in that at nervous student, beginner, people that have a little skills or whatnot. We make sure that we give you the tools. Also, what we also do, some people probably already have the driving skill or whatnot. You need a workshop to get you ready to take your road test. We take care of that as well, because there's something we have called mock tests. As a matter of fact, yourself, if you want, you can take a mock test as well. Reason why, it always lets you know where you stand. We do the mock test here at Pierre Driving School. We do the first half of the test as the mock test, and the second half to give you prayers or how to fix the thing that you've done wrong, all right? Because trust and believe, I thought I know how to drive already. I thought I already know how to drive when I came here, until it come to my understanding. It's not about driving. Ended up taking my road test 3 times, folks. 3 times. Ended up taking my road test 3 times before I finally passed. That's what it's clearly said to me. That's why I clearly understood that, oh shoot, it's more than driving to it. than is more than driving than just driving. You know what I mean? It's more to it than just driving. You know. Now I went to a driving school, did 6 lessons, then I finally passed. Can you imagine that? I took it 3 times, and had I not gone to that driving school, did the 6 lessons, I would have failed again. I'm not gonna lie. I would have kept taking it, like I said, until I pass it by luck. You know, because that's how it is. Now we're making a heavy left turn here, at a heavy blind spot here. What I'm always about driving as I'm here, so I'm gonna roll up to make sure that I get full clearance on my left. You see how much I'm bringing my head outside? Okay, you see? Now I have a black car coming here. All right, folks? That's what we do best here. And I'm looking over here. I'm also checking over there out to your right, to my right side. And I'm going to go up to the island. Oh, fuck. Oh, shoot. Let me reverse. This guy is flying. Wow. That's what I'm talking about, folks. You see that? Yep. 6 a.m. in the morning, flying. Right, making the turn here. Always expecting unexpected. 6 a.m. in the morning. You think that the road would have been clear? Had I continued with the turn, it would have been a terrible accident. Okay? These are the things that we are preparing ourselves, not only after you pass your road test, for you, after you get your license, for you to be able to encounter those things. Because you're going to come by plenty. I was in big time shock back there. But anyway, he's driving. You know, we do that every day. We know how to handle those things. And at Pierre driving school here too, we will show you how to handle that thing. And I mind you, is a stop sign, you know, which is worse. That would have been my fault. I pull out on the blind spot. You see what I'm saying? Yes, folks. Oh, by the way, if you have not met before and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, you can do so by hitting the subscribe button and also ring the notification bell. So each time we drop a video, you'll be the first one to be notified. Here at Pierre Driving School, we do everything driving. Everything you ever needed as it relates to driving, we can definitely help. We're located here in the New York City area, specifically in Brooklyn. But the tips and tricks that we show in this channel here, they are applicable to anywhere in the state that you're driving, to anywhere in the world. Because in the end, driving is driving. Worlds may be different depending on the state that you live in, on the country that you live in, but driving is driving. The technique and tricks gonna benefit you for wherever in the world that you're driving. As a matter of fact, if you're watching the channel elsewhere of the United States, let me know in the comment below to see how far out we reach. So, and also if there's a specific thing that you wanted to us to cover, please put it on the chat, put it in the comment. That's where we answer all of our questions. All right, always remember that I can stress this, I stress this every single time. It is not about driving only, it's how they want you to drive. All these things have to be in order for you to take the road test here in New York City and pass with flying color. And please do not let early morning fool you. Okay, in New York City here, early morning is big time busy here, especially in the time that there is activities going on in terms of schoolings or whatnot. You be in shock and almost traffic you be encountered here on the street here, right? So this is what I'm going through here, but it's always like that every morning. So it's not new to me. It is not new to me, but there's things that to take off. Some people think that since it's early morning, they don't have to obey all the rules. Big mistake, okay? Big mistake. Everything apply in the morning. In fact, more cautious in the morning as if you would in the afternoon, because other people taking that things are going easy in terms of the stop sign, in terms of in terms of the traffic light, running red light. Do not do that. Everything still apply, and you be in shock where a police can be heading, waiting for the circumstances, and you do not want to be their prey, because trust and believe, the police here, especially in New York City, will not go easy on you. But anyway, they're doing their job anyway. Should be breaking the law anyway. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm trying to say? Yes, folks. And as always, it's shouldn't always keep the right side of the road. You guys all know it already. It's an early driving lesson here in Brooklyn, New York City. Tips that I'm sharing with you, and thoughts, things that you guys need to be on top of when you're doing your road test as well as when you're driving, okay? So at the next light coming up, I'm gonna make a left turn. As always, I have to be in the closest lane. Signal left, mirror left, shoulder left, and go over to my closest lane. I could have not made the right turn, the left turn from the right lane. That will be wrong. I could have done it, but that would have been a wrong turn. It's not a good way of cheating, all right? Making the left, this guy, he just, okay, make the left turn because he was in the middle. Okay, stop when I lose the first white line and setting up for my test, all right? nice and easy. There's a way they want you to deliver. Guess what you have to do? Deliver to the standard. Otherwise, it will not be good for neither one of us, because in the end, it's all about how you drive, how they want you to drive, and things that you have to do. Remember, driving requires some responsibility. So as you're driving, you take full responsibility for your action. And keep in mind, the choices that you make matters. It matters to yourself. It matters to other people around you, because the same way driving can make you, guess what driving can do? Driving can also break you, all right? So if you guys want more this early video coming in the morning, put in the comment below. I will share them with you each time, that because every day, we do be out by 6 a.m. every single day, all right? So yes, folks, you know, I love teaching about driving, because why? My story myself, driving have done a lot for me here, and I make sure that I can pass out the work to other people that can benefit from it, all right? If you've done your road test already, where did you do your road test? If he's in the US, if he's not here, if he's in the New York area, if not, how many times did you take your road test before you finally pass? I did my 3 times. I said it every single time. I did my 3 times before I finally passed, because I didn't understand that it was not about driving only. There was more into it than driving. Then I went in with the mentality that it was only about driving. Let me know in the comment below, guys. As you're driving here, nothing changes. Okay, we and behind the bus, you've always have to make sure that you can see the tire of the car in front of you. Those are the norms. We have to do them. We cannot do otherwise. All right, we cannot do otherwise. Both hands on the steering wheel at all the time. And whenever you're doing anything contrary from going straight, what do? You must signal all of your attention. We have acronyms here at Pierre Driving School, of which also in the channel that they call SMSA. You know what the SMSA stands for? S is for signal, M is for mirror, S is for shoulder, A is for acceleration. You have to put all these 4 things together before doing anything. Why is that? Because if you break any one of those, it will not be very good for you as you do in your road test. As driving on the regular, that's on you, but as you do in your road test, the DMV examiner relied on those delivery to make sure that you met all the requirement for them to grant you that license that day, okay? We're making a right turn. You know what? I'm gonna keep straight, because this bus making a right turn here. It's a possibility for them to start picking up people on the block, which is okay, but I just have the choice to go around them. While you're driving, you got choices of things that you can do, all right? You got choices of things that you can do. There's nothing that you cannot do. There's nothing that you have choices of. If you do it wrong, that's on you. Things that are, we have things that inevitable, that okay, we understand that, but things that we have choices of, we make sure we do them in a way that is not going to affect us, as well as affecting other people around you. Because remember, as you're driving, we're sharing the road. It's not only for us, there's other people around us. We have to make sure that we drive for them. We have to make sure that we drive for them as well, all right? Oftentimes, people are calling themselves leader, selfish, if you will. Then they just do things without remorse, without regard for other people. You do not want to be one of the people. Right turn at the light, mirror right, shoulder right, and make my turn and fall where? To the closest right lane, because it's early morning doesn't change the law, okay? I could have made the turn wherever I want, that's okay, but for the purpose of the road test, it's not acceptable. You see what I'm saying? Why is that? I see a car park in front of me to my right. I'm going to signal to my left. You see, I'm falling back, let my traffic on my left clear before I go over. Mirror left, shoulder left, and move it over, guys, okay? Student must always beware. On the right side of the road, signal to my right, mirror right, shoulder right, come back to my right. Okay, guys? Do I have to do it in the early morning? No. Is that how the job? Yes. If that's what we have to do, guess what we have to do? We will do what we have to do, all right? Because do not take that for granted. Do not take that for granted. Since it's early morning, I don't have to do that. I've seen it. Many accidents, many things, moving violation occurred early in the morning and late at night when people think that nobody is around rushing. Big mistake, big mistake, big mistakes. Folks, Ben here with Pierre Driving School. It's a pleasure as always. Any comment, put in any concern, put in the comment below. Anything you want me to cover in particular, put it in the comment below. Put it in the comment below. Until then, keep practicing here. If you need any help, check our website, pierrepaul.driving.com, or you can follow us on all of our social media, as we want all of you guys to help us spread the word. Driving is a strong responsibility. It requires strong decision of how you handle the thing that you do. Until then, keep practicing there. This has been your Pierre Driver School. Take care now. Bye-bye.